Hi guys, in this video we're going to study about percentage yield. Let's understand the concept with an example. Percentage yield. So let's just say the question that has been given to you is carbon combines with oxygen to form CO2 gas. They have also given the weight of carbon, which is 24 grams, and they have asked you to find weight of CO2. Okay, these are pretty standard stoichiometry questions. The process is simple. First, we convert the given weight into number of moles. So number of moles of carbon will be 24 divided by 12, which is 2 moles. Alright, now we can see by the reaction is that carbon and CO2 is in the ratio 1:1. Okay, therefore I can say that moles of carbon will be equal to moles of carbon dioxide, which is 2 moles. Now, weight of carbon dioxide will be 2 multiplied by its molecular weight, which is 44. 2 multiplied by 44, which is 88 grams. Alright, so this is, so I can say that 24 grams of carbon produces 88 grams of CO2. This is only when the reaction is 100% efficient. Okay, so I will say that 24 grams of carbon solid produces 88 grams of carbon dioxide when the reaction is 100% efficient. Alright, but we know that most of the actual reactions are never almost 100% efficient. Okay, so let's just say that instead of 88 grams, 24 grams of carbon solid produces 22 grams of CO2. This can happen when the reaction is not efficient. The reason of efficiency could be multiple things, like a lot of product might have gone to waste or any other reason. Alright, so in the question they have given you 24 grams of carbon solid is converted to 22 grams of CO2. Therefore, I can say that the efficiency or the percentage yield is the actual product. The actual product is always given in the question. In this case, it is 22 grams divided by theoretical weight. Theoretical weight or the expected weight is the weight you can calculate using the weight of one of the reactants. So this is the expected product. 88 is the expected product multiplied by 100. Therefore, it comes out to be 25%. Alright. Now you can see that the efficiency of this reaction is 25%. So I can say that percentage yield is a measure of efficiency of the reaction. Okay, if the actual product was also 88 grams, it means that the reaction is 100% efficient. Alright, now let's understand the formula. Percentage yield is equal to actual weight. Instead of weight, you can use moles or volume as well. The volume is only with respect to gases. So I'm going to write actual weight or moles divided by theoretical weight or moles multiplied by 100. Okay, the actual weight is always given in the question. The actual weight is always given in the question. The theoretical weight you can calculate using the stoichiometry law. Can be calculated using the stoichiometry law. Alright, so now we are going to study 3 cases which students usually face while solving the problem. Okay, so there are only three ways a percentage yield can be, questions of percentage yields can be asked. The case one is moles of reactant is given and percentage yield is also given. They have asked you find actual weight of products. This is the most common use of percentage yield. Let's understand this particular case with an example. Let's just say they have given you 3A gives C plus 2B. All right. So they have also given moles of A as 9 moles. They have given the percentage yield of the reaction to be 80%. Okay, this is the most common case. Okay, the first objective of this kind of case should be to find the number of moles of B and C if the reaction was 100% efficient. Okay, let's do that. So using stoichiometry law, I can say that moles of A divided by 3 is equal to moles of C divided by 1. Therefore, moles of C will be 3 moles. Similarly, moles of A divided by 3 is equal to moles of B divided by 2. Therefore, I can say that the moles of B will be 6 moles. Okay, now moles of C and moles of B has been calculated assuming that the reaction is 100% efficient. So obviously these are not these moles are not our answer. Okay, so we need to find what if this reaction was 80% efficient. If this was 80% efficient, moles of C will be 80% of 3 moles. Okay, because 20% has been wasted. They could not be formed. Okay, there could be various reasons for it, but the important question is 80%. The reaction's efficiency is 80%. So therefore I can say that it will be 80% of the maximum value. So 0.8 multiplied by 3, therefore 2.4 moles. All right, moles of B will be similar, will be 80% of 6 moles. 80% of 6 moles, which is 0.8 multiplied by 6, which is 4.8 moles. All right, I hope you are clear with the concept with the first case. Let's move on to the second case. All right, case 2. In case 2, they have given you moles of reactant and moles of product. Okay, they've given you both the moles of reactant and the moles of product, and they have asked you find percentage yield. Okay, this is another very common way of using percentage yield. A gives 2B. They have given you moles of A as 3 moles and moles of B as 4 moles. This is already given in the question. They have asked you to find percentage yield. Okay, in the second case, whenever they have given you the moles of product and reactant, it is pretty obvious that the reaction is definitely inefficient. Okay, if they give you the moles of either one of them, you can calculate the other. So there is no reason to give you both moles of products and reactant. The reason they've given you is that reaction is definitely inefficient. Okay, now let's calculate the percentage yield. Okay, so as I have told you in the previous concept while explaining, that percentage yield is always calculated with respect to the product. In this case, the product is B. So we need to find out what is the moles of B what will be the moles of B if the reaction was 100% efficient. Okay, so moles of A divided by 1 is equal to moles of B divided by 2. Okay, so moles of A is 3 moles. Therefore, I will say that moles of B will be 6 moles. Okay, by looking at this, I can say that moles of B is 6 moles when the reaction is assumed to be 100% efficient. But by looking at the question, the moles of B that I have received actually is 4 moles. Therefore, the percentage yield will be actual moles of B, which is 4, it is given in the question, divided by 4 divided by 6 into 100. This is coming out to be approximately 66.67%. All right. So in this case, you can see that whenever the moles of reactant and product both was given, and we need to find out percentage yield. Okay, let's go on to the third and the last case. Okay, case 3 is slightly tricky. Okay, so kindly follow the steps that I'm telling you. So in this particular case, in case 3, they usually give you percentage yield is given and moles or weight of the product is given, and it is asked of you to find moles of reactant. All right, let's understand this particular case with a question. So let's take a question. 3a gives 2b plus c, and they have given that the percentage yield of the reaction is 40%. Okay, usually the yield of the reaction could be written above the arrow. So whenever if a percentage is written above the arrow, it is equivalent to yield. Okay, moles of B has been given out as 10 moles, and we need to find moles of A. Okay, so one quick tip about this question: the moles of B, which is 10 moles that is given in the question, is always going to be the actual moles of B produced. So moles of B is actual moles of B produced. Okay, we need to find moles of A. So let's suppose moles of A is X. Okay, if moles of A is X, by using the stoichiometry law, I can say moles of A divided by 3 is equal to moles of B divided by 2. Therefore, X by 3 is equal to moles of B by 2. Therefore, I will say that moles of B is 2x by 3. Okay, this 2x by 3 is the expected or the theoretical moles of B. So this 2x by 3 is the theoretical or expected moles of B. Therefore, percentage yield will be equal to moles, actual moles, which is already given in the question as 10, divided by 2x by 3 into 100, okay, is equal to, the yield has also been given, which is as 40%, so it will be equal to 40. All right, now let's calculate this. It will come out to be 10 divided by 2x by 3. This is equal to 0.4. I can write it directly as 30x by 2 as 0.4. So x will be 0.8 divided by 30. All right, so this is the theoretical, this is the moles of A which was originally taken. Okay, how can I do this verbally? Okay, the way you can do this verbally is they have already given you what? The actual moles of B. So you can ask yourself, what if this reaction was 100% efficient, what would be the reaction, what would be the moles of B if this reaction was 100% efficient? And then you can find the answer. All right. So I hope you have understood the three cases of percentage yield. Thank you for watching.